Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Graybeard Garage. My name is Matt, and today we're out here on our little 16, I think it's 16 by 7 trailer, something like that. And today we're going to paint the deck. About this time last year, we replaced this deck with a new treated deck because the old one had rotted away. And I'm going to paint this one now that it's nice and dry to hopefully help seal the wood a little better against rot. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. But first I want to show you what we got. Alright guys, so we got ourselves some, let's see if we can get a picture of that, huh? Some Valspar Duramax exterior. So this stuff is $60 a can normally. And someone didn't like the mix on it. So we got it for 15 bucks. So pretty good deal. I mean, I don't really care what the color is, to be honest. I mean, we're outside. It's a trailer outside, so who gives a care what color it is, right? If they'd had pink, I would have got pink. But so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this thing painted up and pour some paint in there, and let's get going. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here. First thing we got to do is sweep the deck. So there's not a lot of debris on here, but we'll go ahead and get it cleaned off. That way the roller doesn't pick up tons and tons of crap. Alright. Almost done with the sweeping. Now I guess if I really wanted to get crazy, I could sand this thing down too, but I mean, it's a utility trailer, so I don't think I'm going to be sweeping this thing either to prep it, or not sweep, but sand. So no sanding. We're going to go and open this up. Let me go grab the camera and we'll show you what this color looks like. It's kind of like a mocha. I think that's the right word. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. But yeah, it's kind of like a mocha. But anyway, that's what we're going to paint the deck with. Let me go ahead and set you guys back up here. Alright. I guess that's a good perspective. Go ahead and dump some paint in here. And it's already been mixed and shaken up, so that's good to go. So, let's get rolling. Get this thing. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, and I'm not really going to bother trying to cut this thing in because I don't really care to make it perfect. This is really just to kind of help protect the boards a little bit. Now I'm going to have to come across the front like this to get those boards in the front. I did pick up something on here though that I didn't catch with the broom. Where is that? A little chunk of wood. Lovely. Alright, well that's gone. So we'll go across the front here. It's about as much cutting in as we'll have to do, I think. Alright. Now we can go ahead and roll it in. Get a nice thick coat on here. I don't know if we'll have to do 2 coats or not. That's not a great rolling pan, so yeah, we may have to do 2 coats. It's really sucking it in. Yeah, that wood's really drawing that paint in. So at least we'll be able to protect the boards. Hopefully we'll get a little more longevity out of them. There's a lot of cracking in the boards too. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but man, as lumber prices have gone up, lumber quality has gone down. And maybe I'm the only one that thinks that, but I really don't think lumber quality is what it once was. And there's a lot of knots too in here, so again, like I said, it's really, these boards, for as expensive as they are, just really aren't that nice, to be honest. The paint's nice. So this paint has a primer in it, which I guess is good. It'll help, I think, with how the wood soaks up the paint. We'll see how that turns out, but this is as fun as watching paint dry and grass grow. There's a big old knot there. Trying to get a lot of paint in that one. There we go. And I'm really rolling this stuff on thick, so hoping that won't completely suck into the wood, but we'll see. This wood's really dry, so I guess we'll see how that turns out. Gotta get my ground rods out of here. I don't really want those painted. Oh, where's my screwdriver? So those ground rods have to go up to the property. I'm getting ready to install the electric in the big steel building that we had built back in, I'm not sure when that was, maybe April? Somewhere around there? May? I don't remember. Anyway, so we'll need those ground rods for that project. And I will try and record as much of that as possible. For entertainment purposes, of course, since I'm not a licensed electrician. But I've seen some licensed electricians that probably shouldn't be licensed, so I guess there's that as well. So the trailer is normally black, but you can probably see it's pretty rusty and crusty right now. So my next project is going to be painting the trailer again black. And I usually do that usually every season, or at least once a year, just to keep it looking nice. But I haven't really used this thing in a long time. Not since we got the building up on the property. We used to use this to haul the the tractor back and forth from our storage unit. And since we don't have a storage unit anymore up there, we don't have to transport the trailer or tractor. And then that means we don't have to bring the trailer up, which is nice too. So this has kind of just been sitting here for a few months now doing nothing. So we will have to do maintenance to it. Now, the trailer, the front axle on this is bent. I don't know who owned this thing before, or how the people I bought it from got it. You know, it's kind of just, I didn't really get into the details with them, but it was like somebody maybe used it for a tree service, because the whole center of this thing was bowed in. And I think whoever had owned it, when they must have dropped a big old tree trunk in here or something, they must have bent the axles. And this front axle is really bad. So I really want to get that replaced. So I'm probably going to be doing that one as well over the winter while it's nice and cool, and then that way we can not sweat to death or get heat stroke here in this wonderful Florida heat. And now today is October 22nd, and it's like 84 degrees. It's stupid hot down here all the darn time. We got teased last week with 2 days of 70-degree weather. Fall made us think it was here. And then Summer Junior reared its ugly head. And so now we got Summer Junior. Supposedly the El Nino is supposed to bring us a cooler than normal winter, but wetter. But I guess since we're still in fall, it's not winter, so we'll see. I mean, I would love to have a cooler winter. It would be a nice change. You can see that. I don't know if you can or not. That front section, boy, it sucked that paint right up. It's so close to being dry. And this is one loud road to live on, I'll tell you what. Constant cars screaming by, trucks, motorcycles. Never ends. I don't know whether to fast forward this video or not, because I've been talking with you the entire time. So I wonder if I should just leave it as like a long format and just let it play, since I mean, I feel like we've had a really good conversation. And we're almost down to the end on this first coat. I really think we're gonna have to do 2 coats, unfortunately, because this is really soaking up the paint. So it's looking like a 2-coat job for sure. Which is fine. We got plenty of paint. Sweet. Getting close, getting close. And I'm really trying to fill these cracks in. Try and seal them up. And especially these little knots in the wood too. I want to try and get those sealed up real good. We're almost there. A little more paint. Alright, let's put that over there, out of the way. Alright. Now let's see where the camera's angled so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Oh, just hit my darn light. So we're finishing up here, the back of this trailer. Looks good for what it is, I suppose. But again, we are definitely trying to roll on super thick here. Into these cracks and knots. Hopefully that's working. Looks pretty good. Roller wants to keep coming off. All right, getting there. I mean, you guys can always fast forward to this, right? If you're bored of watching me paint. I just haven't done anything long in a while, and I don't think I've ever done anything that's been like conversational. But, you know, it's always good to try something new, different approach to things. So we'll try and make this one maybe more conversational than informative, because I don't really know what there is to inform anyone about watching paint dry. So, you know, there's that. Get that out of the way. Yeah, it's going to be about a half a coat or half a can here for the first coat. Which I kind of thought that might be. Last time I painted it, it was about the same thing. It's about a full can to get 2 coats on here. So I think we'll probably be looking at the same situation. I got a couple boards that I just cannot get drilled. Well, I go through the boards, but the darn metal underneath, I can't get the screws to go through. And man, I tried drilling them out, and I don't know why that metal's so darn hard. I have tried every different drill bit size. I've tried a step bit. I've literally, I think, tried almost every one of my drill bits. And so this next board I'm painting, this one's curling up. So this one I really want to get sealed up good, and then I've got to get this fastened back down to the trailer. And this is one of the ones, you know, where I said I'm having a hard time getting screws through the metal. This board right here is the board. So I think what I'll end up doing here is clamping it down, and then we'll try and screw through. Actually, this board looks like it popped the screws completely out of the metal from warping so bad. Alright, we're almost done. We are getting there. I got a little bit of paint left in my roller pan, so I may go back up front and just use it up front again. And we're gonna have to let this dry so we can get another coat on it. Probably should have started this earlier. Oh well. So, going back up front here. And like I said, I got a little bit of paint left in the bottom of this, so figure I'll just roll it on. Hi. So my neighbors just came out. And they're really nice. They're good neighbors in the sense that they don't bother me much. And they don't fuss and fight and complain, and so they're relatively quiet, which is great. Unless they have family over, then they have a nice party, which is cool. I can appreciate that. Alright, so we do have our first coat and part of a second. I just wanted to go ahead and use up everything I had left in this pan. Alright, so let me put this down, show you what it looks like real quick. So here's the front. You can see the paint really got sucked up by the wood. So we're going to let this dry for a couple hours, and then we'll come back and throw down a second coat. Alright, well, I'll check back in a little bit when we do our second coat. Okay guys, so here we are back out here again. It's been a few hours now. We've let the paint dry. There's a few spots here I missed on my initial pass through this afternoon, so probably is good to do a second coat. And it got pretty good coverage for the most part, but there is a few spots that I missed, so I'm gonna go ahead and just we'll get through this pretty quick. I'm not gonna talk during this segment, and I'll probably end up just fast forwarding this part. So we're going to go ahead and dump some paint in here, and then we'll get to rolling. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and get our second coat of paint on here. Awesome. All right. Try and make this thing look nice.
Alrighty, here we go.
So I am really I'm slathering this on here. It's super thick, like even thicker than the first coat, because I'm trying to make sure I can get these crevices all filled up. It's doing a pretty decent job. So, I mean, this is it, guys. I don't know if I'll do a third coat. Can't imagine I would. If I did, I certainly wouldn't bore you with it. So that's going to be it for this video. You'll see this get 2 coats, and that'll be it. Alright, so we're about halfway now. And we still got maybe half a gallon left here. So we're going to go ahead and pour a little in.
You're gonna combine a little, I mean a lot. So, let's go ahead and make sure you guys can still see what's going on. Yeah, you can see the sun is starting to set on us, so we're losing light quickly. You think we're about halfway through? Yeah, let's go ahead and change this a little bit. There we go. Alright, so slide this on back to here. And now we can continue. Alright. Again, we're rolling this on so thick. Just pushing as much as we can into these little fissures in here, these little cracks. Hopefully seal it up pretty decent. I picked up another piece of wood. Yep, sure did. Yeah, it's rolling. Just about to the end here. And we grab another splinter here.
Well, guys, that was just a little bit of a chore that needed to get done. So 2 coats of exterior paint outside of the racetrack, and looks a lot better than it did. So the next project will probably be painting this black again, the metal, and there's a couple other little projects I want to do with this as well. Putting some guide lights on here, as well as probably pulling the front axle off and getting measurements on that so that we can get a new front axle for this thing. So that's it, guys. Thanks for checking us out. If you like what you see here, give us that thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so, as it does help the channel out greatly. And if you hit the little bell for notifications, you'll get notified every time we upload new content. So again, guys, thanks so much for being here with us today on Graybeard Garage. As always, my name is Matt, and you can do anything if you put your mind to it. We'll see you here next time. Until then, take care, guys.